Hi, Dr. Patricia Porter again with the second in the series of videos about how to choose the right kind of tutoring for your child. The previous one I talked about one-on-one tutoring, where you get somebody tutor your child in your own home. It has its benefits and it has its barriers. In this one, I'm going to talk about group tutoring. This is where you enroll your child in a specific tutoring program. There's some very reputable tutoring programs, especially in Canada, that I know of. And they can do a good job, but they're not for all children. So I want to talk about that for a little bit. Let's talk about the child. How does a child benefit from a group program? Well, they go and they settle down with a few other children, maybe 4, maybe 5, and they have a tutor who takes them through a set curriculum. That tutor may have decided where that child is on the curriculum or may not. Maybe the child just has to catch up to what the tutor is teaching. But the child gets some one-on-one support. Imagine it's an hour and there are 4 children in the class, then each child will get up to 15 minutes each one-on-one support, which is okay. Maybe the rest of the time they're doing some work, they're doing some practice exercises. It can seem a bit like school for many children. It's like extra school with a teacher in a small classroom. So that can be a bit off-putting for some children. And also the curriculum that they teach, because you enroll your child in a set program, what they're teaching may not actually fit what your child needs to learn. I know that they give guarantees that at the end of a session, if your child hasn't made a certain amount of progress, you can redo the program. But as one father said, who had a bad experience with a group program, he said, why would I ask my child to redo a program that didn't work the first time? But there are some benefits. The child is getting extra support, and often, not always, the tutors are qualified and are good tutors. But let's think about the parents now. What are the benefits and the barriers for the parents? I think the biggest benefit for parents is the cost. It's much less expensive to put your child in a small group for tutoring than it is to pay for one-on-one tutoring. The inconvenience can be that you have to get your child to the right place at the right time, and that has to fit in with your home schedule. It may or it may not. You may not build up a good relationship with the tutor because you're just dropping your child off and picking him or her up. And you can never be sure of the quality of the tutors. You may be given a tutor for your child or your child's group that isn't a good match, and he or she may not be particularly well qualified. I have known some tutors teaching in these programs who are not even qualified as teachers. So you have to watch for that. You have to do your homework and find out what you're paying for in these group programs. And the guarantee, as I've said, the guarantee of success may not be all that it appears to be. So there are benefits in group tutoring, mainly cost. Mainly the child getting some extra support, even if you're not convinced it's completely what your child needs. This support may be linked into the curriculum that your child is following at school. May not be. Your child will get some chance to get his or her individual needs met, but nowhere near as much support as one-on-one personal tutoring. The benefits for your parents is cost. It's less expensive, it's more convenient. Well, it depends. You're going to have to get the kids there, but at least you don't have somebody coming into your home, disrupting your lifestyle at home. So think about group tutoring. There are good programs out there. The programs have very different teaching styles. There's one program in Vancouver which has a very logical, straightforward, number smart approach to teaching and learning. Children are left on their own to go through a series of very finely graded worksheets, and they can ask the teacher for help, but they're basically on their own working through this stuff. Good for a child who likes logical structure. The other programs can be more open, not quite so logical, although they do stick to a logical framework, and that might suit your child better. You really need to know how your child learns to decide which of these programs you're going to use if you're going to use these programs. So we've looked at one-on-one personal, we've looked at the benefits and the barriers of group tutoring. Now we're going to look, in the next video, we're going to look at online tutoring, the benefits and the barriers of online tutoring. So hang around, and that video will be coming soon.